Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Gunpowder and Freedom. So the last few videos have been different gun reviews. We had that trigger review whenever my friend Josh was up here helping me. Just wanted to kind of keep the ball rolling with that because, you know, like I've said in my past videos, I'm a gun enthusiast. I like shooting firearms. I think they are just awesome. The technology that goes into them, they all handle differently. And then just the different things that you can do with each caliber. So 9mm is a very, very popular handgun pistol caliber. But as you've seen from my review of the Brigade BM9, which is an awesome AR platform chambered in 9mm, there's so many different things that you can do with it. I had a friend call me up and say, "Hey Steve, can you help me build an AR9 for me?" I said, "Biff, absolutely." That video will be coming out to show, you know, what all we did, where we got all of the different pieces. So I'm really not going to go into detail with that, but I need to get it sighted in before we pass this little gem off to Biff. So today I just kind of wanted to bring it up to the lead dump, not only get it sighted in, but do a little bit of a review video as well. So here it is. It is a Palmetto State Armory, upper and lower, with a couple different pieces put on it. We have a few 33 round Glock style magazines. This has not been shot yet. So this is one of the tests that I would like to do with it, is just out of the box, put a red dot on it, see how well it shoots. I did bring up my laser bore sight, so we're going to go ahead and run a few rounds through it first just to see how much tweaking we need to do with our red dot. We'll throw the laser bore sight in it, get it sighted in, and do a little bit of review. And then the next video I have on this is going to be, you know, what all we did to it, how we built it, and then we'll have Biff up here to shoot it and get his view on it as well. So let's get it loaded up and check it out. Okay, so like I just stated, we haven't sighted this thing in yet. I just pretty much want to get a mag through it just to see how it runs. We have not shot a single bullet through this yet. Whenever I put it together, I put a little bit of oil on the BCG, the charging handle, as well as a couple other key places just to make sure it's cycled good. So we're going to test the cycling right now. We'll see how much tweaking we need to do to the red dot, and yeah, get this going. And we're at about 30 yards. I don't think we need to do any tweaking to that red dot. This thing was spot on. I've never had a gun be that true right out of the box like that. So holy cow. Biff, I'm sorry, I think I might have to keep this one. So any gun owner is going to tell you how much fun mag dumping is. So with this thing being as accurate as it is straight out of the box, let's just mag dump it, see how it holds up. like it. I like it a lot. So I moved my camera down because I want to try doing a couple mag swaps with this. As you can see, it's pretty muddy. So I moved down here where we have a little bit more grass. I don't know how many bullets are in each of these mags. So the one thing that I do talk about in this later video coming up about this build is that with this particular one, there is no last round bolt hold. So that is going to be, that is going to play a significant part in how quickly you're able to do your mag swap, how quickly you can resume shooting after you do your mag swap, because you're not able to hit this button because the button's not going to do anything. You have to physically pull the charging handle back. So with that being said, let's get lined up and do some shooting. Sure. Okay, mag swapping. You ready? Yeah, recording. Okay. Mag swapping. Mag swapping. So the mag swap wasn't too bad. I just kind of wish that this did have a last round bolt hold. And like I do in all of my review videos, I try to find something negative just so it doesn't seem like I'm completely biased. This firearm is not for me. As you'll see in the video of this build, we did the lower completely legal. Everything is in Biff's name. He opted to go for this one. Since there's no last round bolt hold, he said he's just going to be using it to target shoot. To me, I don't really like that. I'd prefer to have the last round bolt hold, but this is not my firearm. I'm just helping a friend build it and helping him get it dialed in. So that would be my negative point of this firearm. It does take you know, a little bit longer because, you know, after you drop your spent mag, put your new one in, instead of just hitting your bolt release, you know, you have to switch your arm up here, grab your charging handle, pull it back, and just adds a second or two onto your reload time. But all in all, it's functioning awesome. Like, I am still just in complete shock that a gun straight out of the box like this is performing this well. We haven't had a single jam. I'll probably put 33, it's 66. We probably put close to 90 rounds through it so far, just what we did with that one. I'd like to get a few more rounds through it before I have Biff come up. I just want to make sure it's not going to jam. So enjoy these next few clips of just shooting. Okay, so I actually did want to test something out. In this green magazine here, I have it loaded up with our Blazer Brass 115 grain. In the black magazine, I have it loaded up with the Norma 124 grain. So just at this distance, the 30 yards or so that we're at, I just want to see if there's a difference in recoil, accuracy, any of that. So, yep. Okay, so that was the 115 grain. Very little recoil, hardly any, and I know people are going to say, oh, it's a 9mm. Don't care. It actually has, I noticed a substantial difference between this one as well as my brigade. And this feels a little bit lighter too. I'll look up the specs and I'll have that for the next video. But this feels a good bit lighter than my brigade BM9. And there's less recoil on this than that one. So this will be 124 grain. So on that one, I was able to actually notice a little bit more recoil, and again, that's because the 124 grain is a heavier bullet. But as far as accuracy, they both shot the same. We're at 30 yards, so what I'd like to do is back up to 100 yards and see if the accuracy is different, which I'm assuming there is. We're going to have a little bit more bullet drop with the 115. I'm sorry, with the 124 grain. We'll get everything moved back, and I'll show you why. Okay, so we backed up to about 100 yards. I want to see what the difference is between 115 and 124 grain at this distance. As you just saw, the difference between the two bullets individually, really not much. A little bit less powder in the 124 grain because it is a little bit bigger, longer wise. It's a little bit more weight, so you have less powder projecting a larger bullet, so the bullet drop's going to be more. But compare both of those bullets to the 5.56 bullet and you can see the difference in the size. So 100 yards, 115. So the 115, we connected with the targets at 100 yards in red dot. So all in all, it's not bad. I think it was hitting a little bit low. It's hard to see. I don't have eyes like an eagle. So we're going to switch over to our 124 grain bullets and see if we have the same results. See if we have to aim up higher at all. Uh, 124 grain did shoot a little bit different. I noticed I had to aim a little higher and a little bit to the left, whereas the 115 grain, it just seemed like I had to aim a scoosh higher than what I was aiming at 30 yards. But again, that was to be expected because the greater distance means more bullet drop. The 124, I was actually surprised I had to aim to the left a little bit. I mean, I'm not shivering, so I know I wasn't moving. I was kind of just as same shooting wise as the 115 grain. So all in all, up to 100 yards, I would trust this AR9. Okay guys, so here it is. The Palmetto State Armory AR9. I actually think they call this a PS9, but it's a 9mm and an AR platform. If you want to see more about how we build it, the things we put on it for Biff, just stay tuned. That video will be coming out. This is just a review video on it, and all in all, I really like it. I like the fact that it was that accurate straight out of the box. I didn't have to use my laser bore sight. It was spot on at 30 yards. It was hitting really nice at 100 yards with the 115 as well as the 124 grain rounds. It functioned nice. The mag swaps were nice. The only negative thing that I would say about it is that on this particular model, there's no last round bolt hold. I really like that in a firearm. It's a lot easier to indicate when you're out. You don't have to either count bullets or pull the trigger and hear a click. That would be the only negative thing I have to say about this. I like the way it looks. I like the way it functions. I like how light it is, how easy it is to carry. There was very little to no recoil. So this is another firearm that you can shoot all day long, and it's pretty cost effective to do that, as well as your shoulder isn't killing you at the end of the day. So again, if you'd like to know more about the things that we did to this, the different parts and accessories that we put on it, just stay tuned. That video will be coming out here. But good news is I get to call Biff, let him know that this thing is sighted in. We can get him up here to the lead dump to do some shooting, to let us know how he liked it. So yeah, that's going to be a good one. Hopefully the weather cooperates for us and we can do that later this week. But until that happens, just want to thank you guys very much for tuning in to another episode of Gunpowder and Freedom. If you liked what you saw, please click the like and subscribe. Don't forget to like us on Instagram, and let's keep this channel growing. I appreciate everybody's support, and we'll be sure to have Josh come back up. He was very good on telling us what he liked about different firearms, as well as a few of my other friends that are also firearms enthusiasts. We'll have them come up this year and have them help us review different guns. If there's anything in specific you guys would like to see, drop me a comment and let me know. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop me a comment, and I try to reply to everybody. But you know, the larger this channel is getting, you know, I know I'm not huge or anything, but you know, I can tell the amount of comments we get on every video does increase. So sometimes I don't get to all of them. Also, I don't get updated. I don't get notified every time somebody leaves a comment. I don't know why YouTube does that, but if I miss a comment, you know, I apologize. It's nothing personal. But again, just thank you guys a ton for always tuning in and giving me feedback. It's much appreciated. So you guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.